everyone, it's Libby from Master Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people and absolutely thrilled to have you, your guides, my guides and the universal energies with us today. Woke up this morning, flashed through my newsfeed and said, slow news day today. Little did I know that there would be all sorts of things that caught my attention. Okay, what I'm going to have a look at absolutely first is one of my lovely viewers asked me about Taiwan and Myanmar. Myanmar, previously known as Burma. I'll have a reading on Myanmar today just to see how things are going. Taiwan, looking at the news that's happening and the general feel that I was getting is I'm seeing that things are status quo in Taiwan. Nothing has changed since I did a reading. Was it 10 months ago? One of my early readings, so I do apologise about the the stilted presentation, etc. Burma, I think I read on about 8 months ago, or it may have been around the other way. Taiwan, I'm not seeing any change. Oh no, actually, if anything, I'm seeing it a change for the better because China watched very, very closely what was going on in Russia and has just pulled back a little bit on that one. But Myanmar, there was a coup in, is it 2021, I believe, military coup that overthrew the democratically elected government, and the boys are going, yes, that's what happened. The boys are here anyhow. Overthrew the democratically elected government. The coup leaders have cozied up to Russia, trying to get international recognition that they're not getting from anywhere else. Myanmar is situated between Russia and China, so it's sort of between the two big autocratic guns at the moment, but the rest of the world is not buying the coup leaders at all. So they're cozying up to Russia, trying to get recognition. The UN, now, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the UN representative, and I will absolutely butcher his name, so I won't even attempt to it, he is still in place from the previous democratically elected government. They have kept him in the UN as the representative of Myanmar. However, his term as representative is just about to run out. So the UN, I believe, have extended his representation by a year. But there's a bit of, not too sure what's happening there. China is reluctantly supporting the coup. I think perhaps because China would like to take over Myanmar, but having the boys are going off today, but having seen what has happened with Russia and Ukraine, again the same as Taiwan, they're just backing off a little. So what I might do, I might just throw some cards just to see the energies of Myanmar at the moment. It's all a bit of a mess, really. I'm not feeling that there's any. I know my previous reading I was a lot more stilted and uncertain in how the cards spoke to me, but I haven't gone back and looked at it, but my guides are telling me that the flavour has not really changed from that reading. So let's have a quick look. 4 international political prisoners have been released. One of them was an Australian. Apparently horrific circumstances in jail. However, he did get a lot of support from friends outside of jail. Basically thrown in jail, and he was an academic, or he is an academic. And the support was basically supplying food and clothing and just the basic necessities of life. Had to come from outside the jail, which is not unusual in a lot of these Southeast Asian countries. I know in Indonesia that it is very reliant on, if you are in jail, very reliant on family and friends to actually supply you with what you require. Times are changing though. Wheel of Fortune fell out at me. Boy, the boys are active today. I've got the cat ball going in the background there. If it becomes too distracting, I will turn it off. I just do love it when they are around and play with the ball. Okay, I am feeling extremely breathless this morning. I know I forget to breathe. The people of Myanmar are just holding their breath. Oh dear. Oh dear, excuse me. They are just holding their breath and hoping it is all over, is what I'm getting. I just was feeling it stifling. They're stifled at the moment. Yes, thank you. Getting very lightheaded as I said that. They are just... But I don't know that they know which... Okay, thank you. Right. I am going to read on the people, they're seeking for the birth of something new and for choices, to be able to make a choice. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the general energies of Myanmar, and then I will have a look to see whether the coup, this military coup, once Russia falls, will just disintegrate. Let's have a look. General energies of Myanmar. Please comment either below, or if you feel you can't because you don't want your comments to be public, feel free to email me at meistertarot@gmail.com. Okay. Don't forget to put the H in Meister Tarot. There is another Meister Tarot around, which I didn't realise when we settled on the name. But it doesn't have the H in it. Sorry, I dropped 2 cards out, and I think these are the cards to signify cards. So just a couple more cards, please, guys. Couple more cards. Thank you. Okay, the cards that dropped out. The Emperor, which is literally the military coup. It's also the Russian Kremlin. And then we have actions and consequences, so justice is coming. I did read that it would be, almost a year ago, that it would be a couple of years, so let's see how it goes. King of Wands, someone coming to the fore who is absolutely, so the Emperor is made up of the 4 kings, the 4 kings joining together create the Emperor energy. But what we have here is the challenger coming forward to this Emperor energy. Passionate, great orator, strength, inspirational, sword of truth, new start coming forward, foundations having to be built, and the Page of Pentacles, which is about dreaming big and working hard. These are actually quite good cards for Myanmar going forward. It is about this new plan, this new passion, a great orator coming forward, full of fury and fire, but also very steady, stepping forward. So I'm just wondering if there's some figure in public life, or just because from what I remember it was Sushon, I can't remember her name, won the Nobel Peace Prize, a very slim lady who was the leader of Myanmar for a while, but this is not her. This is someone new stepping forward into this new period of truth and honesty, a new start, building solid foundations under Myanmar. I'm seeing connections to Ukraine. Whether when Russia falls, which it will, the Kremlin will fall, and there's this new start in Russia. Ukraine is, and I have seen that Crimea and Bosnia are also going to no longer be part of Russia, and their dictatorship leaders are going to fall as well. that this Bosnia, Crimea, Ukraine area is going to become extremely powerful, and the central power region in that Russian area. And I'm seeing links between it. It's almost like what I'm seeing is light coming from the Ukraine area going across, like almost like rainbows of golden light going across to the Myanmar region. Don't ask me why or how, but I'm just seeing that there's going to be this link between the two regions. It's as strong as anything. I'm just seeing like a map laid before me, almost like on the ground, if you think of the Game of Thrones map room, on the ground of all of that huge continent of Asia and Russia and Europe, but just these golden links crossing over into Myanmar. So there's going to be some sort of joint assistance, partnership, something like that is going to happen. And to me that is played out in this particular card here. That there is going to be it's actually going to become a central, if I say a central hub in Asia. Now I know China's huge, I know India is huge in the subcontinent there, but I'm just seeing that this is going to be an important central location. And here we have, and I'm looking at the mountains behind. Burma, is it near the Himalayas, near Nepal, that sort of area, or has mountains in it? I really don't know. Mountainous areas, but the youth are coming forward, dreaming big and working hard, and I am seeing this become not a manufacturing powerhouse, but a strategical location for some reason. On the base we have, again, emotional new start. So this is the truth, intellect, also this being an air energy, it is about internet, but we also have the emotional new start. So the two new starts, the King of Cups coming forward, who is in association with this figure, but then we have the Queen of Pentacles as well. So she's not quite as powerful as the Queen, but she is very much about bringing forth compassion, health, wealth, compassion, internal security, stability. So we have the emotional steadying, emotional new start, emotional steadying, and the stability and security after this fire energy. And it is going to happen fairly quickly when it does occur. This is a walking away from what's no longer serving, and I think that might be Russia. And then we have the Temperance, a rebalancing, and then we have yet another ace. I'm actually going to keep going with on the bottom. I had a glimpse of what's here, and I think it is very much part of the story. So this is yet another new start in regards. So we've got new starts everywhere for Myanmar, and this is in regards to health, wealth, security, boundaries being set, rebuilding. So you've got the sword of truth and justice, you've got the emotional new start, and you've got the rebuilding new start. And here's the Fool, setting out on a new journey. This is the Zero card. This is the start of the new journey after the Four of Swords, which is retreat. And we have the burning here of the Emperor. The burning here of the Emperor as these dudes hold their swords of truth. And then here we have new Ukraine, the World, which is the beginning, the ending of the war in Ukraine, and then we have Strength. So I will have a look. However that is linked, what I'm seeing is that now it will, okay, thank you guys. They're telling me it will take a little time, after the fall of the Kremlin, after the war is won in Ukraine, for the... Now this is entertainment only, please, entertainment only, don't shoot the messenger. It may take up to a year after the war in Ukraine for Myanmar to be freed from this military coup, but I am seeing that once Russia falls, okay, show me the, right, and it's not an if, it's a when the Kremlin falls. When the Kremlin falls in Russia, when the war is over in Ukraine, tell me about the future of Myanmar. Tell me about the future of Myanmar once the war in Ukraine, the invaders are tossed out, Crimea and Bosnia are freed. Tell me about Myanmar. Tell me about Myanmar. Okay, come on down. Okay. Right, these are the energies of the moment. I don't think this needs any explanation. The Five of Pentacles. Oh, I was going to say these were the vulnerable in Myanmar, but it's not. This is telling me this is the Russia. When Russia is cast out into the cold, this is really representative of the image I got of the Russian soldiers with the coming winter. It's quite an awful image. It's freezing in the cold, wounded, despondent, just despair. It's also a moral corruption card, but not in regards to this. This is telling me, the boys are telling me, that this is when the Kremlin is defeated. When the Kremlin is defeated and Russia is undergoing this new start. They are watching the ships... No, Ukraine. Thank you guys. Oh boy, they're very good at correcting me. This is Ukraine. When Ukraine has this... They're rebuilding, bringing the ships in, the plan coming to fruition. There is this inspired energy coming forward. This is not the one that is inspiring. This is the inspired energy. This is the youth bringing forward this message of passion coming forward. In the past, victory. Interesting. I'm going to say, sorry to defer back to Ukraine, but I'm really getting that somehow these are intricately linked. But this is about the victory. So I did ask about the future of Myanmar after the Ukraine win this invasion and the Kremlin are disposed, blah, 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 blah. And so this is the victory card. So this is, in the context of this reading, it is in the past because I asked for after. Sorry, it threw me for a minute. I had to remember what question I asked. So after there is this victory, crowning the reading, Ten of Pentacles. The instant reaction I got when this card is that it's bizarre that I'm saying Ukraine, but they will sail forth in regards to Myanmar. The world will sail forth. Okay, see where this goes. Immediate future. The birth of something new, abundance and prosperity. Remember the context of this. This is not the here and now. This is after this war is won, but there will be this birth of something new, the bringing of abundance, which I think is to do with Ukraine as well. However, in regards to Myanmar, the feminine energy is going to step forward externally in regards to Myanmar with this sword of truth and justice. Literally, if I call her an ice queen, it's just that she is so composed and she knows exactly what she needs to do with this sword, this ace of sword in her hand. She's offering a hand to Myanmar. Thank you. Oh, tingling in my scalp. She is putting forward the hand of offer. I'm really drawn to, actually I can't say I've seen this before, even though I use this deck almost every day. If you look in her, around her waist, she has the Ace of Cups with her as well. Now remember, I had that King of Cups in that previous draw, bringing the diplomacy, the calm, and she's wielding both the sword of truth and she's carrying with her the cup of emotional balance. Okay, internally, Knight of Cups, an offer coming forward, presenting an offer, the message of an offer. So we've got these two knights, so they are messengers coming forward. One is rash and inspired, one is calm and steady. She's working, okay, thank you. They're telling, these three are working together. These three are working together, supporting whomever this new figure is with the new start. Hopes and fears, this is Myanmar after. Okay. This is the fear that on the way out, the military they're going to burn the place to the ground. There's going to be a lot of, okay, yeah. I'm just getting the fear that they're going to the military are going to cause a lot of damage when they can see that there's no hope, just like every other authoritarian does. Just like every other authoritarian rule does, when it knows that it can't win any longer, it literally just flames everything around them. If I can't have it, you can't have it type attitude. However, the outcome is Eight of Pentacles. This is a lot of work going on behind the scenes, rebuilding. This is the rebuilding of Myanmar. The apprentice polishing the Ace of Pentacles, which is about health, wealth, prosperity, protection. And the youth is polishing it while the older is building. So it is going to be, the rebuilding is going to be a mix of youth and age, youth and wisdom. Hey, have the 7 of Wands here. Yeah, I'm just drawn so to this figure, this powerful figure at the top, and the cowardly below, the cowering, thank you, the cowering below. Seven of Wands, bringing forth this energy. Here's Ukraine with this wand energy. This is this wand. Ukraine is somehow going to help. Okay, five of Wands. I've got a lot of wands here. It's all about messaging. Burning at the stake. Let's see what the next one is. Burning at the stake, but the Page of Cups. Something unexpected coming forward. It is going to be a crossroads moment, but we have here the Wheel of Fortune. I'm just going to pull a clarifier on this 5 of Wands. Literally, these cards to me are similar in a different vein. This is about the truth and truth. This is about the messaging, but flaming the messaging. Okay, tell me about this Five of Wands. Is it burning the military at burning the coup leaders at the stake? Or is it something more sinister? It's about, usually it's sort of obstacles, conflict, internal fighting. What's this Five of Wands represent? There is going to be this out of left field message, unexpected message come forward, which is going to take Myanmar to a crossroads. Okay, thank you. What they've just told me is the outcome here is what we're looking at is there's going to be a lot of rebuilding behind the scenes, a lot of work going on behind the scenes to bring back the energy once the war of Ukraine has occurred and the military are ousted. There is a message that the youth are going to bring forward that's going to take Myanmar to a crossroads. However, we have this new start, but I will just get a couple of cards on this just to confirm that I'm right in regards to this, the message that the boys are wanting me to put forward. Well, this is your Three of Pentacles, which is building a solid foundation, rebuilding a solid foundation, but it's also about dark money and corruption, new start, Tower moment. Yeah. Restriction. Here we have this Swords energy again, stealing the truth. On the base, downfall, loss. Loss. Okay, this is not Myanmar. These are the military, the corruption. These are the new start coming in is going to be the downfall of this energy, of this corruption. They're going to find themselves restricted, going to find themselves held to account. Okay, interesting. Right, that is my take on Myanmar at the moment. I do not have a time frame. As I said, the feel, the feel is 12 months after the Kremlin falls. It will be, and somehow intricately linked to the success in Ukraine. Okay, I hope that made sense. Let's see how it plays out. I am positive for Myanmar going into the future, but gee, what a time they're having at the moment. Okay, light and love to everybody in that part of the world. Take care. Hold on to your hope, because change for the better is coming. Keep your head down. Just keep your head down and stay safe. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.